today we're making some jewelry. So I'm using, normally here lately on Sundays, we've been doing like a craft along project that's focused on the craft along kits for the month. But we did that the last two times that we streamed, and so this month I'm going to be using some 20 or this Sunday today, right now. I'm going to be using 22 gauge wire because I've gotten some messages from folks asking about the 22 gauge wire. They did the project from the kit from a few months ago, but they still have quite a bit of wire left over. And so this is, I think, a fantastic way of using the 22 gauge wire to make wrapped links, like how we're doing on this necklace here. And so let's go ahead and get started. Now, if y'all recall from, already hitting stuff with the tripod. If you recall from, what was it, on Friday, whenever we were live streaming together, I was working on these necklaces then too, and we've made some really good progress. Well, hey Joanne, how's it going today? Let me go ahead and flip the camera around. There we are. And I need to be getting the comments pulled up, that way I can see what y'all are saying. But I've gone ahead. I had laid out on the tray all of the different beads and in the layout that I wanted to be doing, and then I got them threaded onto our 22 gauge wire. Now this is titanium toned para wire, but you could use whatever color you like. You can throw it on the ground. Hey Andrea, oh, that makes me so happy. She says, Yvonne, my ring arrived and it's beautiful. Oh, that makes my day. Oh, I'm so glad it arrived, Andrea. You were so patient. I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad that you like it. Well, hey Sharon, hi from Tucson. How's it going in Tucson today? Amirmir says, I love that shirt. Hey Amirmir, every time you wear it, I say you are wearing malachite. Ooh, I love that. Happy to catch you live. Well, I'm happy too, y'all. Makes my day. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so so I've made a double wrapped loop here on the end. Hot, says Sharon, I bet. I woke up to it being 80 some odd degrees today. The Lie channel, the weather channel, says that it's supposed to get up to, I think with the heat index, it's going to be like, what, 111 or something ridiculous? 107 maybe, slightly less ridiculous. And we're not able to run multiple air conditioners anymore the way that we were, because we've been blowing fuses left and right. So it's just sweaty today. It's a loud morning over here, says a member. The kids need to go away so I can hear. They have toys to go play with. Yeah, well, it's okay because I'm still very excited. All plans are still on track for us moving to our new home in Alabama. We'll be moving in. We'll be starting packing in September. We'll be getting the move going likely in October is whenever we'll get the U-Haul. But that gives us a whole month post Dragon Con to it gives us a whole month post Dragon Con to get our house packed and ready to go for whenever we get the U-Haul in October. Oh, that'd be so cool, Andrea. Oh my gosh, because I loved putting that ring on, and like I was like, this is, it feels nice to wear. I felt fabulous wearing your ring. Amir says, I was reading about that heat bubble in the Midwest. Scary. Yeah. Heat strokes. The real deal. So we're keeping close eye on all the animals. Poor Z, his skin acts up when it gets hot. So we've got ice packs in the freezer that for him to lay on. But if it'll bring him some sort of relief. So let me explain what it is that I'm doing here. And if y'all have any questions, I would love to be helpful to you. So be sure to ask. Even if it's not exactly about the craft that we're doing here today, I can demonstrate other stuff as well. potentially, if I've got it on hand. So I've made a wrapped loop. I've scooched my beads down to make a nice long bead link. Now with the 22 gauge wire, you can see this wire is quite malleable. Z does not like the hose or a pool. He hates being wet or damp. Like, he's like, don't play with the hose with me. Like, it's taken him all this time to finally get to where, like, he's 15 years old and he's just this year started being like, okay, I'll drink out of the hose, but only if you hold your hand underneath it so your hand's a bowl. So, but he's not super into it. But we're doing our best. He's doing a lot better today. But we've kind of, instead of trying to keep the whole house cool off of just a couple of air conditioners, we've started closing the doors as much as we can to like kind of trap the cold all in one spot. And that's helped Z out. This is how your mom makes jewelry. Right on. It's a good way of making jewelry. Now with the 22 gauge wire, a big reason why I'm doing it like this is because I'm all out of beading cable. So, you know, crafters gonna make do with what they've got. All the flavor and crumbs of a keyboard. So I've got a little box for me to put my scrap wire in because I'm a hoarder. And then I'm just going to be lining up my finished ones here. The pliers that I'm using are primarily the 2mm tapered flat nose, and we'll get to that in a moment. My wire snips, my mandrel pliers, and my bent nose pliers. Well, hey, Kelsey, how's it going? And I'm going to give myself about 1.5 inches of wire. I'm using the smallest tip on my mandrel pliers, and I'm just going to be shaping around once and then twice so that it's like a key ring where it's 2 wires side by side to each other. Oh, really, Sharon? Right on. You do this too? Great minds think alike. Oh, well, thank you, Joanna. I'm using a combination of Amazonite and glass beads. These are tanzanite colored faceted crystal beads in with the Amazonite, and I just love that kind of pale blue and dark purple together. But then here you can see this is just a pressed check glass in like a slightly more redder toned purple, like a nice like plum purple almost, with those same Amazonite beads. But we've done those 2 wraps. I like the way that the 2 wraps look just in general, but also with this being a 22 gauge wire, it just gives it makes it a little bit more robust. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. And some folks will link the ends of their pieces together. I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to be joining them together with some stainless steel jump rings. And so I'm just coming in with my flush cutters and giving it a little whoop, little snip, putting those little bits. Hoarding. Crafters make do. I still have some craft books from when I was a kid for Father's Day one year. Oh, are you making long links? Hard to see, a bit far away from my old eyes. We'll zoom on in because I'm here for you. Yeah, I'm making kind of long links. Now you can do yours however long or short as you like. I don't mind them a little longer though because it lets us shape them around a little bit, and it's doing the trick. So this is where I like to use my 2mm tapered flat nose pliers because I just butt it right up to where it's nice and tight between all the beads, and then I'm going to bend that wire, and then I'm going to come in here. Good morning, Joette. How's it going? Puttered around finding materials to use. I made a marionette puppet out of toilet paper rolls for my dad. Never asked for help. Oh, I bet he loved that. So this is how I'm positioning this, and I'm just going to wrap around. Now I'm working what I call off the spool too, so all my wires trailing all the way down. It's still attached to the spool and has all the beads already pre-threaded onto the wire. So there's one wrap around, and then I'm just going to come in here like this. If y'all are enjoying today's tutorial and demonstration, please feel free to tickle my like button. Maybe share it with your friends if you've got some crafty friends. And then we're going to wrap 1, 2, and 3 times around. And from who? He had to split it into 3 chats. And now this is where I like to come in. You could use whatever pliers you like. I just enjoy my bent nose pliers for this, and I'm just going to smush down that little tail wire. So there's no pokey bits. I want to be able to wear this with my hair down and over like a lacy shirt without it getting tangled on anything. Well, hey, Giovanna, how's it going today? Hey, Laverne. I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to zoom out just a smidge, but if y'all need to see something closer, do let me know. But otherwise, I can't be trusted. I start wandering out of frame. And also, if y'all want to see a widescreen live stream, we will be live streaming on Kick, kick.com/Back to Earth Creations, from 3 until 6 p.m. this afternoon, Central Standard Time, and I'll be working on leatherworking. Oh my gosh, y'all just had a hailstorm? And so now we're going to do another one. Just shaping around, making that little, it's almost like the end of a bobby pin at first. But 2 loops. And then I just press it on around. And I'm following the way that the wire stacks. So, and what I mean by that is I'm not crossing over this way. I'm crossing that way. And I just find it gives me a crisper end result. So now there's 1 wraparound, 2 wraparound, 3 wraparound. And I'm going to get in there pretty nice and tight. Give it a little snip. Drop that bit of tail wire into the scrap bin. And then this is, you can see, it's all up on the spool of wire. So I have the whole necklace already strung up. Just like so. But now I got to break it down into smaller segments. Even though these are long links, it's still going to give the necklace a little bit more drape and shape rather than if I did just strung it all on the 22 gauge wire. Because a stiff wire like this, I don't think is great for just doing a long single strand. Like, it might get brittle in spots. It might not drape well. So this is my workaround. Oh my goodness, baby Evie stole my festival dress and is walking around in it. Oh, I bet that's adorable. And I had to park the car under a bridge till it passed. Oh my gosh, with the hailstorm? Yes, Kick, kick.com. The easiest thing to do if y'all want to stay in the loop about all of our live streams is to, and tutorials and stuff, is to sign up for our free notification newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com. And that way, it doesn't matter what platform we're on, you will get a link sent to you about anywhere from immediately to 15 minutes prior to whenever we start. I try to do it 15 minutes before, but sometimes things don't work out like that. So oh, I slid those up a little early. That's okay. Right on, Sharon. Where are you moving to in Alabama? Well, hey, Armando, we will be close to Huntsville, Alabama. We're about 20 minutes south of where we were when we started our business. So it's really nice to be going back home. Real close to family. That'll be nice. Kick is worth checking out. We have way more fun chatting, loads of prizes, and just all around fun. Yeah, we have on Kik, it'll track, the frequency of your chats. And the more you chat, the higher your level gets. And so we do a top chatter giveaway every month, and we do like everybody who reaches level 7 wins prizes and stuff. So, oh, me too, Amer. Oh, good morning, Misty. How you doing? Oh, wow. Well, hey, Nini, in Berlin, Germany. How's the weather where you are today? It's hot as, well, it's hot today here in our neck of the woods. I've planned my crafting day around sitting in front of the air conditioner. 2, 3, because right now, well, we are very excited about moving to northern Alabama when the fall gets here. Right now, we are like cray prepping for Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia on Labor Day weekend. So, very exciting, very scary. Like, I'm kind of nervous, but that's all right. So, I think I goobered this up because I'm looking at these other necklaces. Let me zoom out for a moment. So, what on earth is going on here? I've got that one's correct, that one's correct. But now I'm getting into like, did I string? Oh, it's because these are to a different necklace. Okay. Okay. So that one, and that one finish up that necklace. And now that's what I get for stringing up multiple necklaces at the same time. On the same strand. Okay, disaster averted. I was like, what did I do? Currently, we live in southwestern Missouri. We've been living here for about 13 years. Oh, wow, that's nice. Giovanna says, we've had cooler weather the last few days, maximum of 31. Is that like, I think it's like 82, 80 something degrees in Chicken Nuggets. That's still plenty warm enough, but much cooler than it could be. Sweet home Alabama. Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything above 80 is too hot. Even getting close to 80, I'm like, well, looks like we should stay inside today. Ooh, coffee time, says Sharon. I think, ooh, coffee time here too. Oh, y'all want to see a cute kitty? Well, here's my coffee first off. Clink. Cheers, everybody. All right, y'all look at this cat. Look at this kitty cat. Oh my goodness gracious. She's just perfection. No, I didn't even touch you. I didn't mean to bother you, sweet. She drooled. She drooled all over the. I'm sorry. I'll give you some privacy. She's like, I don't like it when you get video of me sleeping, Mom. Oh, but I gotta touch the kitty. Can I reach her? Boop. I guess I have a stinky finger. It made her sneeze. Oh, Ember is 19 years old. She is my buddy. Alright, so we got that wrapped loop. You've been blessed with a cat snot. I have. It's a secret ingredient in all of our jewelry and costumes and cabochons. Yeah, she's doing good though. She's doing real well. She's 19 and Z-Dog is 15. And I'm just hoping so much that they get to come see the new home because, you know, It would be wonderful to bless the new home with their presence. My Lily is 16. Right on. Some Washington State not liking the heat in the monsoons. Oh, monsoons, you say? uh, you can have our weather in Arizona. It's in 110. Oof. Yeah, I was going to say, don't they say it's a dry heat? I've been to Arizona twice. Okay. Misty says, remind me what those step nose pliers are called exactly and the size. I think you said 2.5 or something, but can't remember. I think these are just the 2 millimeter. Let me see if I can find you a link to the, like, the set. So I'd be searching tapered flat nose pliers. There's you the link for them. There's also links in the newsletter that we sent out to the different tools that I'm using here today. But you can also, if you don't want the set, you can find them at Kingsley North and at riogrande.com under the tapered flat nose pliers is the search term I would type in. Well, hey, one girl, how's it going? Okay, I'm super bad at keeping up with chat. How do I turn off seeing the chat? It's covering up what you're doing and I can't see what you're doing. Oh, one girl says, Nancy, 3 dots in the top right, slide chat button off. Dude, I didn't know you could do that. And so just doing those 3 little wraps. I love projects like this for days like this where I've only got the energy for sitting in front of a fan and trying my best to not, sweat through my outfit. I'll try to stay in frame too, so. Chances I get distracted by the chat and then don't see the project. My daughter is dyeing her hair purple. Ooh, that's fun. So then we do the 2 wraps. I'm going 1, 2, and 3 little wraps around. And then I'm giving it a little pinchy, squishy smoosh. I loved these Celtic knot beads. I wish I could remember where I got them, but they're so nice and thick. They got a great big hole. They just line up perfect with these bicone beads. Now, one of the perks to using the 22 gauge wire, and one of the reasons why I'm doing all of these necklaces in the same gemstone variety is because I've got a whole mess of these 4mm Amazonite beads. And nothing thicker than a 22 gauge will fit through it. So I'm making do with what I've got. So usually whenever I'm making links, my goal is to use the thickest wire that I can fit through my beads. Reminds me of watching you draw stuff like that. Oh, can you do an in internet AI search for them? Oh, search for what? Saharita. Ooh. Oh, for the beads? Ooh, maybe. That's a good thinking. So again, giving myself about that much, about 1.5 inches. And then just shaping things around. I might have not given myself enough on this one. That's okay. Well, hey, one girl, I am using 22 gauge enameled copper wire in a titanium tone from Parawire. That's parawire.com. I'd gotten some emails asking about, one person had asked about, I've got leftover 22 gauge wire, what's something I can use that for, because they made all they wanted to make of the project. This was a few months ago that we were sending out 22 gauge. And then I'd had some other emails about like chainmail and stuff of just different things to do with previous month's kits that, if you only have a few things left over of, this is a great project for using up scrap wire or just a little bit of wire left on the spool, or if you just want to do like a bead soup mix necklace. Yes, great way to use the leftovers for sure. And then we're just doing that bend. I'm going to come in with these are mandrel, no, bail making pliers. I don't freaking know. I call them my mandrel pliers because there's stick mandrels that look like this, and then there's mandrel pliers. But you might be able to find them online as bail making pliers or graduated bail making pliers or something. So just wrapping that around. There's 1, 2, 3. And by using these tapered flat nose pliers, it really helps me to keep that length consistent. On the Tucson side of Marana off the Silver Bell and Twin Peaks. Ooh. Or 6-step pliers on Amazon. Yeah, exactly. So it's like... I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it makes jewelry. Ooh, Sharon says, love Parawire. Or I've seen just one of those links with chain on a necklace, kind of like a focal. Yeah, like a bar necklace, kind of. Ooh, Advanced Trance says, do you have a favorite wire wrapping technique for cabochons? Yes. I have a couple. I have a couple different favorites. So my favorite beginner wire wrapping. Oh, well, thank you, Sharon. I'm just dreaming daydreams about getting to move to Alabama, and like everything we've worked for the past 10 years feels like it's go time and it's happening, and I'm just so hopeful. Every single one of these links that I'm making is a seed of a dream that I hope that this sells well at DragonCon, that we can afford to move, that we can afford to pay for where we'll be living, that just it's almost like a prayer shawl, just little, and I don't know, humming helps me focus, I guess. But one of my favorite wraps is to take, we hope to one day do more lapidary, but for now, I just use a jewelry bit to add a groove into our cabochons, and that way we could take something like this one here. I'm going to pick a different one. I kept this one for myself because it's got, you can see a very little bit of a chipped off when we were grooving. And that's, good enough for me to use in my own work. I can like kind of hide that a little bit. But let's try. Oh, this is a really pretty one. So I'll wrap this one. But one of my favorite ways of wire wrapping a cabochon, especially after I hurt my hand, is to just take some wire and settle it into that groove, and then we can come around onto this side and go like 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to give that just a little bit of a snip, but about a finger width out. And if you don't have groovy cabochons, I'll show you my favorite way of wrapping those too. Or rather, I can actually pull up the tutorials for them, whichever y'all prefer. And then I just like to make a little spiral. So I feel like even if wire wrapping cabochons is what you feel really drawn to, I highly recommend checking out, if you're new to wire wrapping, we have a 7-episode wire wrapping masterclass here on YouTube, but you can find it on our website without any ads or anything, like free to watch, on like how to do spirals, how to do wrap to loops and things. So just to build up your familiarity with the terminology and the techniques, and to get a little bit of practice under your belt. That way, whenever you do start to tackle doing wire wrapped cabochons, you'll have a little bit more experience to draw on, and more likely for success the first time out. So this is a way that I like to wrap groovy cabochons, just because, I mean, it is nice and easy. You can attach a bail, you can twist that around and just string it up on a necklace, or attach it to an ear hook, or all sorts of different things. So, and that's just one of many ways. Now also you can go, if I want to do a super intricate wrap, I like doing, this one's actually going home to its new home on Monday, but we have some tutorials showing how to do wire weaving and different things to really, and this is one of our homemade fused glass cabochons. We make the groove with a tool called a Griffette glass grinder, and let me actually see if I can find the tutorial. It's from 2021, but it still checks out. Here is the link for oh, well, thank you, Sharon. There's the link to how to groove a cabochon. Well, hey, Beaded Begonia, how's it going? Oh, well, thank you, Advanced. It's really fun, and I mean, if you've got a show coming up or wanting to stock your booth, and you just want to just showcase the beautiful stones. This is a labradorite, but here's another one. Like, sometimes the rock did all the hard work. It's already pretty. I just want to get it on my body. Like, how do I wear that? And so if this desk here is the grinder and this is the grinding bit, pretend like there's a little top hat brim coming out, and I hold a wet sponge with this hand so that it's applying moisture to the bit, and it goes like and then yeah, so are you pretending with me? This is very important. And it puts in this groove, and I just freaking love it. It can accommodate up to very comfortably an 18 gauge wire. I can fit a 16 gauge, but it kind of like sits on top. And I think I'm going to wire wrap some of these in sterling silver, because my friend custom ordered a ring and wanted it in silver, so now I have some silver. Oh, really? Oh, I can totally see that, Kelsey. I have one of your grooved cabochons. I just haven't wrapped or beaded it yet. Right on. I know, Misty, that purple one. I'm going to sell it for money because I want to move to Alabama. Oh, YouTube is weird today. Well, there it is again. She's a great grinder. But yeah, that's how we make the groove. And then we also have, well, let me show you one of my earlier pieces. I don't have the really great problem of, we sold a lot of the things that we have made. But this is one of my earlier styles, like one of my very earliest Dragon Eyes, you guys. So if you're getting into Dragon Eyes, don't be hard on yourself. Just keep at it. Like, believe it or not, I've made a career out of this. Like, I was living off of Randy and I were living off of our income as artists for like 2 years, and I was making stuff like this. So if I can do it, you can do it. And Misty says, "Well, I want to buy it for money." Oh, okay. But but yeah, just like we have a tutorial on that wrap style, which is a lot of fun and has a whole lot of room for building on. Yeah, this is my lucky box. In case you haven't seen it before, I stepped on this nail, but it didn't hurt my foot. And even though, like, I didn't realize I'd stepped on a nail, and I was, like, stomping and scraping my foot because I just thought I had, like, I don't know, like a walnut shell or some, like, dog poop stuck to my shoe. But no, it was a nail just not stabbing me in the foot. That was very lucky. This is the sharp bit of glass that almost severed through something in my thumb. If it had gone just a little deeper, I'd have been having problems, but I was okay, and I felt like that was very lucky. And then I kept practicing. I kept at it, and I think that's the luckiest thing ever. So this is my little box of luck. But I do like to go back and look and remember that I didn't come out. This is, I didn't come out the first trip to Hobby Lobby, walk back out being able to wire wrap like this. Like, it took years and years and years and years and years and years of practice. And I've got a whole bunch of practice ahead of me too. And Giovanna says, I remember you making Dragon Eyes in the past. You got a lot better. Well, thank you. Progress isn't always linear. Sometimes I still make some really rough looking Dragon Eyes. Ooh, Meg says, I used to live in Alabama. What part are you moving to? We're going to be living real close to Huntsville, Alabama. Like, that's going to be the Sam's Club that we hit, is the Huntsville one. Which is exciting because that's the Sam's Club we used to shop at all those years ago. So, yep, nobody's born learned. That's a good point. But sometimes we forget, to be patient with ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of grace. It can feel so uncomfortable being terrible at something, but it's a good idea to get comfortable being bad at stuff because then you're more likely to keep at it. Oh, Kelsey says, for the chat people, I brought up the emotes. How do I make them go away? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Do we have any tech support in chat for how do you get the emotes to go away? Oh, and what was that? Somebody said their hubby's family used to live in Alabama. I missed it. Ooh, Amber says, I need to make my bead necklace for next weekend. May do this with the yellow cab and add the bead charm on top. Oh, yes. Oh, that'd be so cool, Mare. Kitsune, hey Kitsune, says, I got a couple loose stones yesterday I'm eager to use. Nice. Yes, one girl says, I love Alabama. My hubby's family is from there. Right on. It's Randy's, my father-in-law, Randy's dad, does the family, like, didn't way back did the genealogy and stuff, and he goes around and he finds the headstones of people in the family trees, and then, whenever we come down and visit, often we'll go and see them, and there has been somebody from Randy's family in that part of northern Alabama, southern Tennessee, since they came over on boats from Ireland. And so that's really cool. Like, because I never met any of my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, like nothing. So to be able to go and sit in a cemetery and have, just generations of, his family around is really cool. The roots go deep there. And I just feel like a little ornament hanging in the tree. Like, I didn't grow on the tree, but I got there as fast as I could. Yes, practice is key. Lots of patience. And the great part is whenever the beads are so pretty and fun to play with, the practice feels like play. I've got a cousin in Alabama. We haven't met yet. Found her from DNA testing. She was adopted. No way. The future is now. Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. in Australia. Oh my goodness, Cassandra. How are you doing? How was your day? Oh, really? The beaded begonia says, "Oh my God, you're going to be so close to where I live. Huntsville is our big city." Right on. Very cool. And know when to quit before your hands hurt. Yeah, and that the isn't that the trick? Let me see. How far can I zoom out? I guess that's as far as I can zoom out. I need like a third level for the keyboard. I've got this one that I want to be my crafting desk, and then I need another one that's like below it that has the keyboard so it can be out of my way without getting knocked off. Oh my goodness. Y'all stay safe in this heat today. It's just the fan is just blowing hot air at me. But I'll take it. I'm happy to have a fan. So we're just going to slide some more beads up. And you can make your own paper beads or polymer clay beads. You can buy beads from the store, brand new, or you can find them oftentimes bags of jewelry, like costume jewelry at thrift stores. You never know what kind of goodies you're going to find in there. Aw, Cassandra says, it's been great. You were the one that got me started wire wrapping. Blah. I mean, yay. Welcome to the craft. How long have you been wire wrapping? Giovanna says, I make paper beads. Right on. How do you like to utilize them? Like, once you've made the bead, what do you do with it then? Do you macrame or bead string or wire wrap or... Because you can also make little wire wrapped links like this and then link them together using segments of chainmail, which that way, that's really nice, I think, because that way I don't have to charge quite so much as if it were a straight chainmail design, because that can get pretty ring intensive and labor intensive. And it also, I'm very work oriented, so I don't want anybody to feel pressured that my way of doing things is not the only way of doing things. I just share how I do it because that's what I'm doing, and if it, I only know what I'm doing, so if it's helpful to you, that's my hope. But whenever I'm making jewelry for in the booth, let's say I have one bag of rings, but I have the bead collection that I've been building for like 20 years, that we are always like using some and buying some to replace, so it evolves. But I usually have a broader bead selection than I do chainmail ring selection because we only use certain sizes so much or certain colors so much. So we could take like a bag of rings like this, and if I were making inventory for my booth, like a spiral chain or something, or Byzantine, instead of making 10 bracelets that are all exactly the same, I would do probably at least 2 bracelets that are just straight Byzantine, like woven chain. And then I would start making bead links, and I would do the other 8 bracelets as a segment of Byzantine with a different sort of bead on each bracelet. And it just helps me to have, somebody who might not have wanted a purple bead bracelet would get the green bead bracelet because, oh, that's their favorite color. It goes with the outfit that they have in mind. And it really opens me up into the kind of variation on like the design tree, kind of. Like if craftiness is a tree, then it comes up and it goes off into like the polymer clay branch, and it goes off into the chainmail branch, and then the wire wrapping branch, and the leather working branch. And sometimes the branches come back together, so it's not a perfect metaphor, but or analogy or whatever. But the more leafed out variety I have in our booth, then the better, the more likely I feel it is that I might make a sale whenever we're at an event. And also it helps that whenever I'm not just a wire wrapper, I'm not just a polymer clay artist, I also do, these other things as well. And so that way, if we're at a craft show and there's somebody else there who specializes in chainmail, I still end up doing all right. Or, because it's like if there's a chainmail artist on one side of us and a wire wrapper on the other side of us, so my chainmail and wire wrapping might not sell very well, that's okay. My polymer clay, like fairy mushrooms and stuff, might still. So I like to have a broad and diverse product line for folks to choose from. And it also keeps it interesting for me. because sometimes I don't feel like weaving chainmail. Like, I love chainmail. Sometimes I don't feel like weaving it. Sometimes my hands hurt from doing wire wrapping. Sometimes I'm out of polymer clay. So by being able to mix it up, it keeps me crafting. And I love crafting. Ooh, let's see. I've just been rambling. Let's catch up on the Ooh, June says I've made paper beads before. They can turn out beautiful at times. All right, on. Oh, Sharon says paper beads are so cool, but too hard for me. I've personally never had success with paper beads, but I've seen some really beautiful ones. Sharon says we have a clay club where I live trying to make clay beads. Ooh, like clay or polymer clay? What is the problem? I've made bracelets, simple ones. Right on, Giovanna. I started out with paper beads, says Cheryl. Oh, very cool. What kind of paper did you use? Mine were pretty bad, so mine are still in a container. Well, if you keep at it, those can be used to make like ornaments. Oh, that's a good idea, Giovanna. Do you spray the paper beads with something like Mod Podge? Ooh. I had sealed mine with quite a bit of like decoupage Mod Podge, but I don't know if that's like the industry standard. I love the way you said it about it branching out, says Misty, but coming back together. It's so true. I mean, it is. But we got to grow our trees, you know? And a lot of work to have to get it all get glue up on the outside. Yes. Sure helps with ADHD crafting for me. Yes. Oh, clay. Now that's neat. I wonder how much shrinking there is in the firing. I've seen some folks make some really beautiful, like ceramic, like clay that's been fired focal beads, like kind of like lentil bead shaped. A water based if it is for jewelry. That's good thinking. Mountain mama, country road, take me home. Just making little, and if they come out all, that's okay. I mean, I try to not have that do that, but we just straighten it back out, you know. Primp it and preen it and get it perfect, or as close to perfect as necessary. Ooh, having a little stretch break. Oh man, that's nice. Whew. I know that winter's going to be here before too long and I'll be complaining about the cold, but I'm looking forward to I would rather be under a blanket right now than sweating in front of a fan. Right on. I use recycle paper for the beads as I am a recycling nerd. Nice. It's so important, I think, to let ourselves indulge in things that spark the passions within us. Says I, a workaholic. Yeah, same. Rather layer up than be unable to layer down. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, Barbie. How's it going? We're doing really well today. I'm just complaining about the heat and crafting and babbling. Doing a little bit of yapping. Getting warmed up for today is our second to last day of streaming on Kick for the month of July. So it's like we are in the final leg of the race to see who will win Top Chatter and win that Super Mega Craft Box. We got today and tomorrow. So I'm preparing myself for Ultimate Yap mode this afternoon. I did cardstock or watercolor paper. Oh, hot press, but I'd rather have used cold press. I like the colors on cold. Oh, okay, on cold press better. Oh, I didn't realize you could get it. The watercolor paints themselves like look different on hot press versus cold press. How are you doing today, Barbie? It's winter in Australia now. Ooh, how's that going? Barbie says I have to catch up from missing yesterday. Do, 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 do. La, 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 do, do. Okay. Oh, I'm good. Tired. We didn't leave the zoo until 10:30 last night. Oh my goodness. What were some of your favorite things to see at the zoo? Hot press has a texture which I love on a flat watercolor painting, but makes rolling a bead kind of annoying. Ah, I see. Yes, they react a bit differently and soak in a bit different. Watercolor is one of the things that I would love to just completely devote myself to and just paint like a flower a day. I would have so much fun with that. Oh, really? Well, as a person with also probably too many passions, it can be hard to wrangle the chaos, but it's worthwhile. Making butterfly wings out of the hot press? Oh, Kitsune. That's cool. Like, did you, like, paint them and then cut them out? Oh, that would be the way to do it, wouldn't it? I want to paint butterflies. Maybe after Dragon. Maybe once we get moved. I gotta smush that little end down. I made so many faux taxidermy butterflies that way. Oh, that's neat. That is really neat. Y'all, we are so close. I only have like 2 more links to make, and then I'm going to be setting up... Here, just a moment, you guys. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. But Randy had set me up a whole bunch of rings on Friday, actually. And they have been sitting here precariously perched. And by precarious, I mean precariously perched. Behold, I live in denial of physics. The only thing gravity has ever done is just hold me down. So... Do you still have the chickens? I do. We have Poppy, Nutmeg, in order of age. Poppy is still around. We still have Nutmeg. We have Bay, and we also have Biscuit and Bob. They were hosting Festival of Lights. The mythic creatures and plants and flowers are my favorite. Ooh. Well, hey, Bobby. How's it going? But yeah, the chickens have completely taken over the backyard this year because we have a groundhog infestation, and my beans never stood a chance. Not even once. So I've just given the whole garden to the chickens, and I'm like, have at it, girls. And they're having the time of their life. But that way, through all the heat and stuff, they have access to multiple little watering holes, and they can go underneath the back deck, which is like the coolest spot of the yard because it's on the north side of the house and it's enclosed, and they get that nice breeze. So that way they can keep themselves comfortable. And if things get real bad, they come along to the front porch and yell at me through the door. So that's fun. Do, 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 do. Pierre says, I promise to behave. Cannot wait for the dragon eye. Thanks for Misty and your encouragement yesterday. You did it, Bobby. I had so much fun getting to hang out and work with leather with y'all yesterday in the live stream. That was the first time, like, I think I had a little bit of a mental block about leatherworking because my old cat Callie, who was barely past being a kitten when she passed away, was my leatherworking buddy at the time. And so, and I tried to do like a couple projects after she passed, and it was just, I guess my heart wasn't in it. And, but I wasn't fully conscious of like, oh, I need to process this. I was just found other projects to do. So yesterday was my first day to like really sit down and keep doing like a major leather undertaking. And y'all made it so fantastic. Thank you guys for being my craft buddies.
Do you ever vacuum your stump?
I never vacuumed my stump. It's just sitting there dirty. Well, it was our pleasure. It was our pleasure, Bobby. Just snipping that little piece off. Is this the last one? This is the last one. Time flies when you're having fun, y'all. Where's my other bead at? There it is. And Mamre says, I missed you doing leather. I missed it too. I've already done a little bit more leather working this morning. It's conveniently placed directly in front of the air conditioner, which is oh so nice. Kitsune says, I've been that way about art dolls. My dog Onyx used to be wherever I sewed up the dolls. Yeah. Yeah. Grief can be an odd thing, but when in doubt, craft it out. Oh, getting that snip on the last one. Oh, this is fantastic. I bet we'll be able to get all of these necklaces put together and finished by the end of today's stream. So now I'm gonna... Ooh, when are you rehoming the chickens before the move? I am not rehoming the chickens. They're coming with us. We are going to be building a shed. Like one of the first trips that we take after Dragon Con to the house in Alabama is going to be installing some flooring, as well as because there aren't any quarantining rules about transporting chickens from Missouri to Alabama, and my chickens are in good health, so we're going to be installing flooring and building a chicken coop, and then that way when the U-Haul comes over, we'll be able to still just have them running loose in the backyard, because I'll be able to take their run down, which is just a 10 by 10 dog run. I'll be able to take that down. They're already used to being in the backyard, so that's good. And then we'll move and set up the new enclosure, and then bring them from, like, all the animals will be coming in one trip. We already have it like figured out in the back of the van. So it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna go at night so that the chickens are like sleepy anyways. Ooh, Barbie says, I want to make bracelets like yours with the beaded links between Byzantine units. Do you remember what size rings you used? One of my favorites to do that one with, Barbie, is the 18 gauge 3/16 inch rings. I actually think you should have some from the craft-along kits. So I'm just going to set this one here on top of everything else like a heathen. Such amazing planners. It's oof. Well, the plan rarely survives first contact with reality, but we can do our best, and it just gives us a course to try to stick to. I'm so glad you're alive, to me. Oh, my husband just recently passed away, and I'm so alone in this house except for my dog, so getting to chat with y'all has helped my mood because we moved here to retire. Oh, June, I'm so glad to keep y'all company, you and the doggy. missing the people we loved who have left us is one of the hardest things in this world, but it's wonderful to have gotten to share our life with them and to remember them. Oh, and I haven't made any friends here yet. He's my best friend, 36 years together. Oh. And Sharon says, any way we can connect? It sounds like y'all are pretty close together, so like regionally. Well, hopefully we can, if nothing else, we can provide a pleasant distraction. Ooh, hey, Patty. North Alabama. We'll be near Huntsville. It was a wonderful distraction. Right on, Bobby. Right on, Sharon. Says we've only been here 2 years and have only a few friends. I hear that. Randy and I have been here in Carthage for 13 years, and we've got 2 sets of local friends. One set we imported from where we used to live in Tennessee. And turns out they're thinking about moving. We found this out. We went and had dinner together a couple weeks or months ago. And as soon as we found out, that's like, yeah, it's looking like we're moving. And both of us... Uh-oh, I dropped the ring. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Nope, that was some other ring. Okay. Y'all, I gotta go spelunking down here under my desk. Man, there's a lot of dog fur. I vacuumed yesterday. This is nasty. Alright, where is it at? Is that the ring? That's a different ring. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Ooh, here's another, like 2 beads. Where'd these come from? Oh, crack in the floor. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. Back to work. So I found some treasures, just not the ones I was looking for. Kick is a streaming platform like Twitch, but there's no ads on it currently, and we're able to play like copywritten music without getting punched in the money. I need to do more faux taxidermy, but I don't want to buy more random bullcrap. Plus, like half the fun is buying a bunch of random bullcrap. It's the only way I find things under my desk. I just go in and feel blindly. Adds a sense of mystery to the whole endeavor. Yeah, I'll just open up more rings at the end. That's probably not going to be the first or last ring I drop today. But fortunately, Randy prepped me up enough rings to do all of the necklaces. Patty says, oh, pretty area. I used to live in Huntsville in another life back in the 80s. Right on. What were some of your favorite spots? I'll have to go check them out and see how they're holding up. So I'm just doing 2 of these 20 gauge stainless steel 1/8 inch inner diameter rings to attach both of those links together. And I like the way I like the way that 2-2 segmenting looks. This looks very, I don't recall because it was long ago. Right on. That's fair. Massachusetts represent. Hey Randy, how's it going?
I need the color green tray.
Which one?
All that you have?
You know not what you ask, beautiful man. Do you have room to receive like 8 trays? Okay. All right. I gotta put down the ducky. All right, y'all. We're gonna. Well, I'm gonna need you to come and take them from me.
Take it from me.
Take them from me. We got that one.
Oh, these got colors that didn't have before.
We got that one. Well, we've got them. We should use them. We got that one. Do you need stretchy rubber or just bright aluminum?
Just part of it.
We got that one. I got more if you want to come back. This is fantastic. I might find the bead I lost. Oh, hello. Okay, I got... These are like scale size. And then I got these ones. And then, do you want scales?
No.
Okay. I got, these are Persian bauble, but thick. Dragon Con, Dragon Con. I got 2 more. Dragon Con. It's a dragon.
Not one of these is the ones I was thinking of.
Huh?
I said not one of these is the ones I was thinking of when I asked for.
Well, you know, you ask and you shall receive. Yeah, here's these. These are not colored. I won't give you this. Woo! Messed up my rug. Alright, I'll be right back, you guys. Adventure on the high seas. Those are good. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay. That one's right there.
Those are the ones I was looking for.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, right on. Well, let me. Shirley says, can you possibly film full screen instead of tall, not wide view for us? I may be saying this wrong. Love your work. Want to see more. I understand where you're coming from, Shirley. We still do our tutorials and Kick live streams in the horizontal instead of in a vertical video mode like this. But if we do our YouTube live streams in a horizontal mode, YouTube doesn't tell anybody and they don't show it to anybody. And so this is kind of just like a, it's not ideal, but we're trying to keep our business afloat. So that's what's happening here. But you can totally find us at kick.com, kick.com/Back to Earth Creations. And hopefully it'll give you a better view. Sharon says, I just found out about Kick here. Gotcha. Let me go ahead and I can just share the link for you guys. Yeah, YouTube definitely does not understand crafters. Mirror says, I was so stubborn to switch to Kick for a long time. Now I wish I did it sooner. We have giveaways like almost all the time over there on Kick, you guys. Like, it's so much fun. We have our chatter giveaways, we have our subscription giveaways, we have sometimes we'll just have random ass giveaways. It's been a minute on the random ones, but what size are the 2 bags of bigger rings in the month's craft along? Those are 16 gauge, 5/16 inch. I'm sorry, I think we might have missed stapling. I'm sorry if I missed stapling the ring size onto the boop 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 bags. Both of them. Yeah, there should be 2 bags of the 16 gauge 5/16 and 1 bag of the 18 gauge 3/16, and then a small bag of like, it's got a couple of a larger ring and quite a few more of a smaller ring and some clasps in it. Those are 16 gauge 1/4 inch are for the larger, and 18 gauge 1/8 inch for the smaller. Right? Amara says you haven't had time for a random giveaway because we've had so many each stream. We really have. Well, hey, Epic, how's it going? And Bobby says, yes, I actually won a giveaway yesterday. Woo! Okay, even if you turn the phone sideways when filming, I see a lot of other videos that are full screen. Yeah, and that's our, like here, I can show you. If we go to, so this is our channel page. You can see here, our most recent videos are still in the horizontal. You know, so we've got tutorials. A lot of our stuff lately has been vlog style because, like, here's another tutorial that's done in the horizontal over here. But all of our live streams will be, unfortunately, in the vertical. Just because that seems YouTube's trying too hard to be TikTok, quite frankly. Harumph and grumble, I say. Sure. Amira says it took a bit for hubby to realize I was actually winning all of these things and not ordering them. YouTube probably blocks if you put a phone number in the chat. Gotcha. Gotcha, Andrea. We keep causing giveaways on Kick by reaching level 7 or by being Barbie, right? Okay. Epic says, I mostly do copper things, but I would like to use some kind of seal like Renaissance wax. What would you recommend? The Renaissance wax works pretty well, but like anything that's being applied, it can need reapplied over time. That's the only one that I have personal experience in working with. And then I use a lot of Parawire. I know it's, you know, for people who like to oxidize things, it's not ideal, but if you want something that's not going to be turning people's skin green, I really like, this is their vintage bronze tone, but they also have a bare copper tone and like they have a bare copper brand, like that's not enameled, but then they have one that's bright copper that looks like bright, shiny, clean copper, but it's been enameled, and that holds up really, really well. So like, I'm going to show you this necklace is, oh, all right, Andrea. Oh, that's fantastic. I wrapped this necklace in vintage bronze probably over 5 years ago, 100% over 5 years ago. I wrapped it. And you can see it's all nasty on the back because I wear sunblock all the time, but it's held up really, really well, and it doesn't turn my skin green, so. He calls her the Amazon queen. Most creators do lives in vertical. Yeah, it's just how it is nowadays, unfortunately, but the tides will change again one day, and it'll go back to being horizontal, or we'll just hologram directly into people's brains or something. There's no telling. Sorry for the shaky cam and being out of frame. Yeah, how frustrating it's going to be when it's the future and I'm still out of frame. Hey, Patty. Thank you. Oh, the community page. Let me see. Hey, Randy. I don't think he's moderating for me on this one. I think he's busy doing something else. So I can copy paste my own link. I am going to find the community page. So again, here on our website or our YouTube page, right there, it says community. You can click that and it'll bring it up to, we'll do posts letting folks know that we're getting started crafting. Here's Sarah painted some eyes. Well, that's 1 month ago. Okay, Sarah does really, we gotta click newest if you want to see newest. But yeah, you can post things. You can post shameless self-promotion. I love getting to see what y'all make. And we do a little bit of an unofficial show and tell time in our Kick live streams. We'll go through and we'll look at them together. But everybody's so talented. And then, we post polls and things. Oh, there's Mama Kay doing so good. I love the way she did her flowers and textures there. Showing off her wire wrapping. And she's starting to do dragon heads too, which I think is really cool. And then our friend Sarah did some really cool mokomagane, which is just so much fun. It makes me want to do it again. Kitsune doing those sick wire wraps. And the little necklaces. And another picture in my head. Look at these earrings. But yeah, so that's our community page. And I like it because there's not like it's not like Facebook where you're being shown a bunch of different ads and crap all the time. Yeah. Misty says make sure to click the newest, which wish it didn't default to top. But yeah, it's a cool way to share things now on YouTube at least. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about wire wrapping myself this purple cab, using some of that sterling, Andrea, just as a little like gift to my own self, but also I think I might try to sell it for money and then wrap something else for myself, but we'll see. That was for Randy. Oh, I'd love to wrap something for Randy. Well, hey, Medusa. At the moment, I'm sewing a lot, and in between, as I get cool recycling paper, I make beads. Oh, that's nice. Well, hey, Violet, how's it going? So how can June and I connect in real life? Any ideas? Well, I don't know. I'm not good at connecting with folks. Usually I just have people send me an email whenever I want them to email me, and that's how we'll connect. But are y'all on social media or anything like that? Wow, in Germany. How's it going in Germany? Good weather today, I hope. Ooh, does Kik have private messages? What? Do, do, do. Oh, you're good, Amer. You can both join that group and trade info there, says White Kitsune. Oh. It's been pretty hot for weeks, right on. Grandma will move the camera to where we want to see and we can all just be happy. Oh, that'd be great. Well, good morning, Anne-Marie. How's it going? It pulls up like a live chat, though, so it's a little strange, but it's enough to be able to share private info. Oh, okay. Whew, I love that fan. I just, whoo-wee. All right. Cleaning out the carport. Ooh, that's a task. And so now picking up the next batch of rings and closing them, or next link rather, hooking through and hooking through, and then closing. Mm-hmm. Hey, Whimsical Creations. Bye, Kimberly. Moving tomorrow. That's exciting. Congratulations, hopefully, on your move. Mm-hmm. Oh, I get sad and lonely, says a merman. Mm-hmm. Ooh, outside on the deck making keychains and earrings. It's very warm and I want to jump in the pool, but it's only 50 degrees. Too cold for my princess butt. Gotcha. Misty says, honestly, I think Discord is the best app for that, but it requires work to admin and moderate it. Yeah, we used to have a Discord, and I'm not cut out for having a Discord, y'all. I cannot be held responsible for other people. And having a Discord is kind of like having a party in your house or like in your place of digital business. And there's always somebody pooping in the chips. So if you don't keep a close eye on it, then suddenly everything escalates wildly. So yeah, y'all are more than welcome to hang out with your own selves somewhere else on the internet, but we're all welcome to come and hang out here during the live streams. I gotta think of a better way of putting that, but it's I no longer host internet house parties. Amir says these live streams are my social life. Hubby goes away out of town sometimes, and it's just me and my children. I survived with live chats these days. Right on. It's my social life too, remember? Whimsical says, I'm very excited. The new place has a detached 2-car garage that was set up for woodworking. Oh, yeah. I'm turning that into my studio. It's huge. Oh, that's so exciting, Kimberly. I'm so happy for you. Misty says, I know. I wish y'all could have kept it going. I have another friend who's a YouTuber and helped them set up a Discord. It's worked out really well so far. But yeah, it has to be drama-free. It's a homesteading channel. Right on. Okay, so now I'm using the focal point on these necklaces. I'm using a dragon with an Amazonite cabochon that I had gotten this already pre-made as it is. I added these 2 rings from Panda Hall, but I'm pretty certain it's just a plated alloy. So what I've done is I've come through with a UV resin. I don't know if you're able to recognize that I just pulled the whole back of it with UV resin and like smooched it around a little bit. And well, I cured it in the sunshine because that's the best UV lamp there is, I think. And put these 2 additional rings on there, and that's going to be our focal point. But it's really challenging for me to get these little rings. I just lost another one. It's really challenging for me to get these little rings hooked through those 2 big rings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it and close it. I love it, but I'm also a gamer and used it for years because of that. Yes. And Discord is so intuitive to gamers, and it really honestly is perfect for stuff like that. I just get anxiety about managing stuff like that, and we weren't able to pay a moderator, and so I've just felt constant guilt and stress about the whole thing. Even though we had very competent and generous moderators, it was still just I don't know where that ring went. I'll find it one day. Bye, Andrea. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, so now we have those little rings added. And I had put all of these rings onto these before I realized I was going to be having difficulty joining them. So now I'm just opening them up. I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to take this one and open it up. Whoop. And then I just hook through those 2 small rings, and then come in. Yes. Kitsune says, I like Discord, but more than 8 people can be a challenge. Yeah, we had about 900 people on our Discord channel, and it was a nightmare to manage, because there was we didn't get to come home from work. There was always, like, Discord notifications going off, and when things started getting stressful, it was like, it was just a mess, y'all. My kids are good at Discord, right on. So there's a necklace. Let's put together another one. And this is one of the many ways that we only have like 15 spots for necklaces in our booth. So instead of just having 15 necklace designs out at a time, I'll have about 10 of them I've made duplicates of. So especially at an event like Dragon Con, where we're very rarely seeing the same people walk by in the same day because there's so much for folks to see at the convention. Those pliers are on the floor now. If we sell one of the necklaces, we'll put another, sister piece to that same design out until those are sold out. And then we'll be putting out the one-of-a-kind pieces. And then 5 of our displays are just for one-of-a-kind pieces. Oh, right. Misty says, oh my, I turn all notifications off and mute everything. It's really hard to moderate something when I've muted all the notifications. I'm going to scooch that over just a little bit. I'm going to grab this and bring it over. Well, thank you, Patty. Okay, so now I'm grabbing a ring. And we just get to keep building this around together. I'm going to bring the camera. There we go. Yeah, I lose my phone a lot. But otherwise, I mean, it'll sit there and drain me. There's always something on the phone that needs attending to, so I try to just not use it at all. Hey, Tim. How are you doing? How did the World Cup go for you? Drives my mom nuts, but I just can't stand the sound of a phone ringing, no matter the ringtone, and I'm about to hop and respond immediately like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be like, don't tell me what to do, phone. Well, hey, Daphne, how's it going? Oh, y'all are so sweet. So we're just grabbing a ring and hooking it on. I'm so grateful that Randy prepped all these for me earlier in the week. Yes, 100% a murmur. Ooh, Danielle says you've been inspiring me to experiment with my jewelry making again. Right on. What have you been experimenting with? And just hooking through, and then hooking through again. Kitsune says, okay, I should wrap these cabs. Yes, wrap the cabochons. And so I'm going to put on, there's one. I'm not joining anything to it because this is going to go to one side of the focal point. leather and seed bead wraps, and semi-precious chips woven into the chain so far. Oh, that sounds cool. Would you share pictures to our community page? And Mary says, Misty, I think most of us are introvert hermits. Well, I'm glad y'all come and hang out with me. I don't know if I'm an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert, but I love peopling when I do, but it fucking exhausts me. Like, we'll go and I'll do all my peopling at a convention, and then I don't want to leave my house for 2 weeks. So I've just built my life around that vicious cycle. But yeah, I love live streaming because it's I don't want to be a bother to my friends, so it's like anybody can come and hang out with me, but I don't want to inflict myself on you. And so it's like you clicked on my face, you chose to be here. World Cup was a blast. Spain won. Now work is slow for the summer. Gotta get back. It's my time for wire wrapping inventory. The real fun. Nice. Who wants to be outside in this heat anyways? People at work, they're exhausting, right, Amer? Like, I love it, but it just drains the tank. Sharon says peopling is exhausting. It really can be. It's invigorating, but exhausting too. Aw. Right on, Trisella. That's a good way to balance it. Keep it on, but turn off all the notifications. I love working in stages because it really makes it feel like it just ramps up and accelerates. Like, it's been, not that it's been grueling doing these necklaces, but it really, 5 necklaces worth of wire wrapped bead links. Tedious is too strong of a word, but I don't know of a better word. It is redundant. Like, no, that's not the right word either. Repetitive, certainly, at least. Monotonous? I don't know. I like it, but it takes for freaking ever. So whenever we start getting these, it's just flying together now. My goodness, I didn't know y'all were on fire too. You've got our friends up north. I don't know if they've had any reprieve from the smoke yet, from the Canadian fires. Be safe, y'all. Nance says, I'm kind of forcing myself to be outside because I work indoors all week and summers are too short, so the 50-degree pool may be jumped in at some point. Well, you can put your little tootsies in there, like get your splash your feet. Okay, Mary says, we had one super bad day of smoke here and then it got a lot better. Right on. Just makes you feel like a factory on an assembly line. Yeah, but man, it gets the dopamine in my brain clicking. Because now we're about to put another necklace together. And so it feels like right whenever it gets like slow for me, it's like ramping up now. Getting them together, and then the next step will be the extender chains and the clasps. And that's exciting. And then they're for rigging done. And that's my favorite. So we're going to open this. Dun, 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 dun. And we're going to hook on whoop, whoop, boop, boop. And then close it. And then again, I just like that doubled up ring theme. It makes the whole necklace feel a little cohesive. Sharon says, I haven't heard Ride On since the 60s. You're too young to even know that. Well, am I using it correctly? I was raised by hippies, y'all. My mama's 75. And so it's just, I don't know. It just works. Wow. From Barcelona and also from France. Excellent. Sharon says you're using it correctly. I'm a child of another time, y'all. It seems to be the case. But no, straight up, I was raised at a nudist camp and we didn't have TV, so I just came out a little odd. But that's all right. I'm making it work. That dopamine hit from completing a bunch at once, the payoff from the assembly line flow is fun. Yeah. And also it lets me get into a flow state when I'm just doing like 100 of something. Aw, and Mary says my mother also refers to me as her hippie child. Where was that, Vaughn? How fascinating. It was in southern Ohio. Um, but yeah. It was a blast. Didn't know that it wasn't normal until I started going to public school after being homeschooled, and I was like, oh, oh, oh. Quack, quack. I'm an odd duck. Doo 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 doo. Hippies are authentic personalities. It's a kind way of putting it. I'm eccentric. Grrr. I would have enjoyed that. Alright, so we're just hooking more of these stainless steel rings. Just bringing it together. I'm so sweaty. A good odd duck. Yeah. But I think if I were to, I'm having ideas for like children's books. Like the children's books I wish I could have read when I was a kid. Like one of them's like The Witch on Oak Street and The Fae from Crystal Creek and The Funky Duckling, who instead of The Ugly Duckling, same concept, like same story beats. You have to put on clothes to go to school. You do. You do. And people judge you by your clothes a whole lot, apparently. Sharon says, I grew up around New York City and had the best of both worlds. A bit young to be a hippie, but had older cousins that were nice. Bunch of free spirits up in here. I call it free ranging. Patty says, do it. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? I just realized, I don't know if I greeted you when I saw you come in. You have a uniform. That's true. We didn't have any convents that I was aware of in southern Ohio. Actually, straight up, I lived in Adams County, which is the same place where Afro Man lives. Lemon pound cake, pound cake. It was a beautiful area. The winters were a little, I'm not a huge fan of shoveling snow, so the winters were a little much, but whenever from Texas I moved to Tennessee with Randy, I was like, oh, it's all the beautiful hills of the Appalachians without these ridiculous winters. Yes, please. Right on. Still with Dad, going home tomorrow. He is much better. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Sarah. Did you really? Sharon says we started our own school. Wow. Amira says, to showcase my parents being hippies, my name is a rock and my sisters are a flower and a bird. Nice. Daniel asks, are you using 2 hoops for stability? Yes. Essentially. It's stylistically, I like it too, but this is quite a thin ring to have just one joining them together, even though the stainless steel is pretty strong. But I like repeating that on the 22 gauge wire. I certainly did it, because this is just enameled copper, I certainly did it for structural stability here. You get dry or rainy. Oh, goodness. Which did you prefer, the dry or the rainy? It says, I'm 61 with a brother and sister that were in their 70s, so I'm a hippie girl. Love the good vibes. Nice. Ah, I found the pinged ring from earlier, maybe. Or some other ring. Ho ho ho. I found you. Okay, so we only have about 18 minutes, 17 minutes until the live stream is over for this morning. And then we're going to be taking our lunch break. I'm going to just hug the air conditioner with some ice packs under my armpits. That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, I'm going to go ice pack up and just like relax for a little bit before our afternoon live stream where we will be doing some leather working. Sarah says, I now find rings all over the place from Waz. Oh no, hopefully not with your bare feet. Rawr, bare feet. Going to try to paint my clay beads like African trade beads. Oh, that would be so pretty. I love, absolutely love the deep history of beads. Whenever I'm making my lampwork glass beads, it makes me feel so connected to like just any crafter from any culture. It's human culture to like shiny beads, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. Uh-oh, why do I have an extra? Oh, okay, it's from that other one. Excellent. Okay, everything is okay. Disaster averted. Well, hey, Melisandre, how's it going? Just saw your live, didn't get informed. Oh, no. Have you signed up for a notification newsletter? I tried to send out an email about 15 minutes before, like, we schedule it first thing in the morning. I schedule all the newsletters for the day. And then, okay, I thought I had hit all the prepped beads, but no, everything's okay. Well, I gotta do 2 into this one. But yeah, we send out a newsletter. That way, you know that we're going live soon. Right, Sharon? Not to brag, but I really do think we have the best community on YouTube. There's so many cool, talented, amazing, kind people who come through and just pollinate our live streams and then go on about their day. Oh, wow. Yeah, being really nice, high altitude like that, that's really cool. So there's one necklace, there's 2 necklaces, and then I'm going to close that ring. Close that ring too. Excellent. Well, hey, Leah. Hope all is well with you. All is well. So far. We just got another necklace made. It still needs the chains and things attached, but I've got one more to set up. We've got all of our rings set up here off to the side. Sarah says, crafter community seems nicer than gamer communities. I don't know. The culture's a little different. Gamers are feisty. Crafters are feisty too, but usually we take the feisty out on some poor unsuspecting craft. Ah, got you, Melisandre. I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you, but I'm glad you were able to find us. But yeah, we learned a while ago now, we just absolutely cannot rely on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook to actually notify the people who have followed us, basically whether or not they've rung the bell or not, you know? Completed this stupid minimal wire wrap. Well, it sounds like you love it. How do you like it? Yeah. We have more grandma genes than us because we're crafty. More grandma genes? I don't know what that means. Do 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 do. Misty says I find crafting and homesteading communities are way better and more supportive to each other. Right on. Kitsune says it looks so good, but Darren, if that didn't take so much wire, well. I bet you learned a bunch, hopefully. Oh my god, I cannot think whenever it is warm, you guys. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to keep up with chat super well. Like if you say something and I'm like, I don't know what anybody's talking about. It's because my brain just did a reset because I'm overheating. I'm being dramatic, but also well, hey Leah, I am making 5 of the same exact necklace because I had a mess of these beads. I put the wrong end on. Kind of like it with the big bead on the other side. Well, harumph and grumble. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to open this one up. We'll set these beads over here. I'm going to have this one match this necklace. That's how much I don't want to open up those other 2 rings. Oh, Kitsune says I'm scared of people that go, I love half hard. It's just the right temper. Like, that can't be true. Maybe. Oh, Leah, well, thank you. I like half hard for like clasps and ear hooks, but otherwise it's kind of, it fights me a bunch. But to each their own. I learned on full hard, or no, dead soft, yeah. Grandma's had to make do with things and became creative in the process. Oh yeah. Necessity and scarcity like definitely drives my creativity. Like we started doing Dragon Eyes because we didn't have the money to buy more cabochons, but we had more shows upcoming. And I had some fish tank glass and some nail polish, and I just started painting it to make it like a colorful glass bauble, you know, with like a color shift nail polish or something. And then it started to evolve into Dragon Eyes from there. Yes, okay, so these two are going to match. Excellent. Do 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 do. Oh, I gotta put 2 rings on this one just because that's how I did it on the other side. Oh, goodness, Sharon says, unfortunately, I've been reading the comments and just realized I've not been watching. What are you doing? Well, we're opening and closing a bunch of rings, and we had been wire wrapping a whole bunch of these kind of extra long bead links. Because this same technique, like, you can kind of visualize, you could make it however short as you like, you know, or you can make it quite long, just whatever suits your fancy. Is German style wire half hard? I don't know. There we go. So now we got it symmetrical. Well, hey Serena, how's it going? And so there's one ring to rule them all. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Because it's difficult to know because there's like German silver, whenever I've heard that term, is actually an alloy of copper with nickel and zinc in it, I think. And so, yeah, we're almost done for today. We got about 7 minutes before I clock out and take my lunch break. Let me see. Ooh, Randy's making some chainmail bracelets. That's perfect, baby. I like that.
And you're in a couple of the colors.
Right on. Are you doing them a 2-2 instead of a 3-3?
Yes.
That sounds great. It gives us a nice different options.
Yeah, and the 3-3's just got the innermost ring is the comforter.
Okay. You're doing great. Keep at it. Hey, sassy cat. At least that's an easy fix. Unlike stringing on solid wire or cord and see the beads aren't right. Yup. I even make a dragon eye with glow-in-the-dark polymer clay around the eye and put it in a dream catcher. It was so cool. Oh, Nance, that sounds so neat. What? Sharon says, gorgeous, Randy. My hubby's name is Randall. Right on. German style is usually a little harder. Okay, Sarah, more half hard. All right. That's good to know. And so now I'm going to go ahead and try to get this one symmetrical from the get-go. But yeah, so anybody who's interested in coming and hanging out in our Kik live streams as well, I do highly recommend signing up for our free notification newsletter, where you'll be among the first to know whenever we have new shop updates. You'll get some pretty sweet coupons, and you'll get notified every time we have a new tutorial, live stream, or vlog. Oh my god, Melisandre. I'll show you how the dragon heads are doing. And it's not good. It's not good at all. They're just in pieces. We have so many dragon heads to make. And I have made progress on 2. And those are the same 2 from before the Alabama trip. So... Bye, America. Oh, Sharon says, have no idea what a dragon head is. We make wearable dragon sculptures that are quite lightweight. You can hang them on a wall, or you can wear them on your head when you're dressed up like a dragon, as you do. And we have one of our biggest events of the year coming up, Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia, and well, that's on Labor Day, which is 30 some odd days away from now is whenever we leave to start our pilgrimage to Dragon Con. And I haven't done any of them. So, well, I've gotten 2 up to where they're ready to paint. So, you know, I'll give myself some grace. But if I'm losing space in that grace period. But we got some more D-rings in today, so I can now move forward on getting the caps made so that we can build the things on it. What's the fascination with dragons? Well, I just think they're super cool, and I have fun making them because I like other people's dragons, but I want to make what's in my head. Like, I want to meet the dragons of my own imagination. And I really like teaching, and there's a lot of other people who, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm a nature lover too, so it's like I keep chickens and I have a garden, and I read too much Anne McCaffrey as a kid, and it's just, they're just awesome. And I like horses, and dragons are just big, scaly horses with wings to me, so. But I can show you guys some of our different, if you go to our website. Infinite Von Loop. Woo! Let's see if it'll do it. Ka-chow. It takes some lag, but. Melisandre says, oh dear, keep my fingers crossed for Dragon Con. You can do it. Thank you. I hope that we can. I hope so much that we can. Here is our website, backtoearthcreations.com. If you go to our jewelry and more, it'll have a drop down of one-of-a-kind wearable art and sculptures. And this actually has our gallery. They are all sold out right now, which is a phenomenal problem to have. But yeah, this is the gallery. We've done 2 full-on like trophy bust style, but the rest of them are, you can just wear them on your head or hang them on a wall. Those are the ones that we made for 2025. These 2 were evolutions of ones that hadn't sold the previous year. And then that was what we made in 2024. Yeah, I love the Anne McCaffrey books too. Oh, well, thank you so much, Serena. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I like them. I have a lot of fun with them. These are the ones from 2023 before, and 2025 was the first year that we made the cap bases, and that was a real game changer. But you can see this right here, that one, and where's Steampunk? Did I not put, oh, that one and that one are what evolved into this one and that one. So that was, it's really cool to be able to go back and look at our work. But yeah, it's just I like dragons. They seem to have a love-hate relationship for you. All right. Let's see. I think I missed some comments. Oh, Sharon, I'm so glad you love it. They are. They're magic. They're awesome and magical. So you can ship them when they're in stock? Yes. Yeah, we ship them. Oh, it's 1 o'clock, you guys. So I got a boogie. Oh, really? Well, they all start out as skulls for us. I really did have just enough rings to pull that off. That's amazing. So much setup, but fun to bring to life for sure. Oh, well, Lynn, thank you so much. We try our best. It's all of everything that we've been doing to build our business has been, hustling in hopes of getting back home. And so, just in case I hadn't talked your ear off about it already, we're moving to Alabama in this fall. We start packing in September after Dragon Con. So, I'm kind of really excited to see what we'll be able to do when our priorities have shifted. Once we've gotten moved, it's going to be focusing in on getting the new home paid off and doing renovations. And I want to turn the whole 2 acres that we're going to be living on, you guys, into like a 2-acre sculptural botanical garden. Like, I think that would just be so much fun, and I can't wait to just see what the future holds, because we've worked for a decade. Like, everything in Randy and I's life has been building us up to it feels like it's all led us here. And so all I can do is keep doing my best. And I so appreciate you guys being here with us. And I couldn't have done it without Randy, but it's y'all being here has made a huge difference for us. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you over at Kick from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So in about 2 hours, we will be live streaming again in front of the air conditioner this time. And we'll be doing some leather working for some corsetry, which is really exciting. So we'll see you guys there. And until next time, y'all, happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. I gotta click the right button though.